right, where were we? So this is episode 5, but week 6. So I'm gonna be going over some stuff. I bought some chemicals. I'm gonna show you what I did, and we're gonna go over just some more stuff. I mess around with the filter, but we don't really do anything with the sand filter this week, but we do cover a lot of bases that needed to be caught up on. I think next week, episode 6, we're just going to work on that sand filter and get that working so I can make that a backup to figure out. We still don't know what's wrong with the DE filter. I don't want to spend the $1,200 average to buy an element filter to fix this. I don't know what's wrong. There we go. See that old truck going down the road? All right, I'm with that. But I still don't know what's going on. So I lost about almost 10,000 gallons because a deer fell in my pool. I don't know if you guys remember that. So we lost all that water. So I turned the pumps off again, and then we just filled it back up. This is it. So I'm actually making this intro after I did the whole video for 5 because we didn't have another intro for 5. I keep doing all the work, but then I don't know where I'm at to cut the film off to start a new one, so I have to make the intros at the end. So now we have all that algae on the top again, and the water's green again. Oh, it's a never-ending battle. Please, I'm about to just give up, man. You know, this is like, I can't even do mechanics, which is my main thing, my main channel, Disturbing Kreationz Auto. You can find that in my channels, like channels that you promote. Go to channels on the tab on the home page of this page, and you'll see the nasty Porsche that I got wrapped. And click onto that, and you'll learn all kind of stuff. And we even have another channel coming out called Disturbing Kreationz TV series, where I just do entertaining stuff, riding my motorcycle and going to events and show you cars before and after, quick videos, but no mechanics, you know? And this is the DIY channel for you people to help me get this pool up and running. Come on, I only got about $3,000 left to put into everything. Get this pool up and running. Please help me out. Leave comments. Interact with me. Help me out, man. I'm a disabled vet. I don't make that much money. I'm trying to make this stretch. So help me out. All right, let's get into this week's video. Now the water does look a lot more clear and blue than it did. It was black, brown, and some of the algae is coming out. See that, like, there's a little bit there, dirt or whatever, and this whole step. So I'm gonna get the brush and try to brush it, but I still can't get this to work. So I got this. Now I know people are gonna say this is an out of ground pool pump and sand filter here. But let's get one thing straight. This is a 1 horsepower pump here, made by Hayward. It says 1 horsepower here, and a lot of pools are 1 horsepower. Now the variable speed pump Jandy that I have over there that's running is a 1.6, but I tune it down a lot. So it's basically only running 1 horsepower during the day. If I need to super clean the pool or put chemicals in it, I turn it all the way up for just a couple hours and it works. But this is a constant speed. Now this filter here is kind of small for an in-ground pool, but I got it for free. And I know the pump works because when I connected the pump up with so I took these 2 old drain hoses. There was this old drain hose that was like 40 feet long, and I cut it in half here. And I put one in the pool, and I put one outside the pool, and it pumps water in, and it drains water. You know, it recirculates like you would do in an out-of-ground pool. But when I hook it up to the sand, it wasn't working. Now, if you can kind of see in here, the sand looks like play sand. I think they put the wrong sand in this, and that's why they got rid of this setup, because it wasn't working for them anymore. It looks like sand that you would get from the beach. You see how brown it is, and it's got all different sizes, and there's all kind of dirt and filth in there. So I did a lot of research. We're gonna get rid of this sand medium. And now I have to dig this out by hand, because this is an older one and it doesn't have the drain here where you pop the thing out and the sand comes out. The newer ones I researched, you can take this grid out and the sand will come out too, but then you have to catch the sand or whatever. So I'm just gonna get a scoop and sit out here for probably an hour and get all the sand out, wash this tube out, and then I bought some others. So while we're working on the pool, I did some research and I bought this stuff called recycled glass. So the recycled glass is lighter than sand, so you could backwash way easier. And it comes in different sizes. So when you get it, it's all different little sizes and it's more jagged. Now it's not jagged enough to cut you because the way they break it down and build it, it doesn't have sharp edges, but it has rough edges. So you could rub it in between your hands and it'll feel a little more gritty than the sand will. So this is a 150-pound tank for the sand. And I think for the in-ground pool, I think I'm around 20 or 22,000 gallons. Sorry. And I think it said I need like a 400. This is only 150. But because we're having so much problems with the DE, and I got this for free, I'm going to go ahead and throw it in. I'm going to get all this dirty sand out. The pump works, so we got the pump for free. Now, I was just looking it up online. If you buy this system, this 150 Hayward, it's called a 180T. I forgot the first letter, sorry. But this is the 180T model 150, and it comes with the 1 horsepower pump without sand. I think these go for about $500-600. So we got this for free. I found this on Craigslist, and I went over and I disconnected it for them. They didn't want it. They're getting rid of their pool. I didn't want their pool. I just wanted this. And they did give me a few chemicals, some powdered chlorine and some other stuff that I'm going to use. So I probably got about $600-700 worth of stuff for free, so I'm not mad. It's just going to take me a little bit of labor to get the sand out. We're going to use this sand on the hill on the other side where I'm building that hill. And that way we can go ahead and start to get those paver stones in. I want to do something nice. I don't want just grass and dirt around the edge of the pool, because then anywhere you walk, you're just continuously putting dirt in the pool. If you get out of the pool and you walk anywhere and then you get back in the pool, you have to spray your feet each time you jump back in the pool. It's just a hassle. So if we can get one side of the pool done, let me show you where that. So if we can get the paver stones just on this side right here, where it looks like there's a lot of sand anyway. So they filled the bottom with sand here, and where I live in Jersey, there's a lot of rock, and I live so close to the beach that we don't really even have dirt. If you want grass, you have to spend so much on water to have your grass grow. And then I have all these trees that need to get cut down as well, because they are, once the sun goes into the afternoon, it's blocked by the trees, and then it's not heating my pool, and the pool stays cold. But if we cut these couple trees, these 2 trees down right here, when the sun goes across, I'll always have the sun on the pool till about 7 o'clock. Now that might cost me a little bit more on chlorine, but it keeps the pool warm. So who wants to jump into the pool where the top of the pool is warm, and if you jump in the deep end, the bottom is just freezing? So we don't want that. The liner that I bought, I didn't want to buy a typical blue liner because everybody has those. That makes the water look like blue for some reason. I don't know why people like blue for their pool. Natural water is clear, it's not blue. So unless you're like live in Jersey and our water is like a yucky green brown in the ocean, I would never swim in the ocean. It's disgusting. So, but this water is looking way better than our first entry episode. You're gonna have to look at episode 0, which was basically our first episode of just introducing what we were gonna do here with the $10,000 pool challenge. It looks way better. It still looks like crap. I know people are gonna say, oh, that pool looks like crap. It looks like you didn't even open it, but I'm telling you, it was mud. It was full of mud, dead animals. I had squirrels in here, all kind of like 2 feet of leaf. I got a bunch of these garbage, 96-gallon garbage cans, 3 of them full of leaf and scum. It was just bad. So after we put the liner in, we didn't do anything for 2 years because of COVID lockdowns. Nobody wanted to come hang out. Everyone thought they were going to catch something by swimming too close. It was all stupid, the pandemic, you know, but I digress. So it is looking better, but we're going to get that second... We're going to get this second Hayward up. Now, it's not going to clean the whole pool, but it is going to help. And until we figure out what's wrong with the DE filter, or if we just have to get a new filter, because I don't know how long that one has been here. It was here when I bought the house. No pump, but there was a filter just laying against the house. And I connected it all up. And the first year it worked because it was crystal clear water that I put in the pool with the new liner. And it was just great. And then for 2 years, I didn't do anything. And then now I'm trying to fix it. I never put a cover on the pool. You see all these trees behind me. It was full of leaf and pine needles. It's my fault. I thought I wasted all that money and I was just going to close it down, but now I want it back. So if I ended up flipping the house or selling the house, the property here, this pool is going to make a huge difference, because to put a pool in is about $60,000. I have $6,000. So I have 10% and I'm getting the same pool, you know? So the Hayward's going to be a backup. It's going to be anything, as long as I have something to pump some kind of stuff out. It might not be the best, it might not be the clearest, but it's not getting worse. Even if it maintains, it doesn't get any worse until I figure out the big filter. That's great. Now, once we figure out the big filter, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this small 1 horsepower 110. So this is 110 electric on this little guy. So look here, let's look at the plug here. So this is 110 electric on this pump. My pump is 240. I had to put my own 240 line in and run it through the house, run it into the machine, run it into my box. I should have did a video, but I wasn't doing videos a couple years ago. So if we do another 240, I'll show that on my page. But this, I can plug into my solar battery. I have a 6,000 kilowatt solar battery, which is half a Tesla Powerwall. And I use it to wash clothes, to dry clothes, to run my dishwasher. I have a small heat plate that I cook with instead of my oven, because it's the same round stove top things, but it just runs on my solar. I bought that and solar panels. I have 3 solar panels, 200 watts each, in this 6,000. So we're gonna start running this for the vacuum. I'm gonna do a manual vacuum this year, but if we like everything and the pool comes up and it starts to look great, I'm thinking about dropping $1,000 and getting one of those dolphins, or like $1,500 and getting one of those dolphins that automatically clean the pool. Now I can hook that up to this setup here, and I don't have to worry about it clogging my main filter. And I don't have to lose water by putting it on backwash or whatever to vacuum. That filter, the main filter, will just be to clean the pool, and that's it. And I don't really care about this because I got it for free. I got that for free, and I spent $137.60 on 120 pounds of glass. Now, if you have a 150-pound pool filter, it's 120 pounds of glass. If you have like a 200-pound, it's like 150 glass. It's 20 or 25% less poundage. So you don't have to buy as much media, but the media is more expensive, but it will pay off in the long run. I've done lots of research. So we're gonna do it and see if it works. You're gonna see it here firsthand. A guy who has no idea what he's doing with pools and is building a pool. So learn from my mistakes, learn from the things that I do great, learn from my mistakes, and figure out if you really want a pool or not, because it's not just about money, it's a lot of work. I feel like this is a second part-time job, but if everything comes out great and we only spend $10,000 for what would be a $50,000, $60,000 pool, then it's gonna bring the price of the property up, I would say maybe $30,000. So if the house is going for 200 and we spend 10, and to make the pool, and we get 30 out of it, then we made a $20,000 profit. Usually people spend 50 or 60,000, they go to sell the house, and then they only get about half, 25 to 30 for having the pool, and then you spend all this money, but at least you got to use it. It's like buying a car, you got to use it, and then you sell it a little less, you come out even. But not us. We're Disturbing Kreationz, and we are making a disturbing creation with this pool, and it is going to work. So let me get some work done. I got to dig out all this sand, 150 pounds of sand now, into buckets, and figure out where we're going to use this sand. But I don't even want to do this. I should have got a buddy over here and got him pizza and beer and just been like, yo, dig this sand out. But hey, I would have to put that price onto the pool, $40, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and get it done right now, and then I'm gonna show you what it looks like empty, and then we're gonna wait a couple days for the glass. I already ordered it, and I'm gonna show you how to fill it up properly so you don't break the laterals. Now, I'll teach you what the laterals are later. Very, very important, the technique to fill this tank. Do not just dump it down in. You have to block off a piece, you have to do this, you have to do that, there's tricks. So we'll get into all that on the next episode.